Just off the coast of the Florida Keys, marine biologist Kevin Helmley is on a mission to discover how fast our oceans are warming. He uses corals to reveal past temperatures. He's on his way out to a reef a few miles offshore.
Today we're out here to coral that's approximately 200 to 300 years old. It's probably around between 5 and 6 feet tall.
Helmley hopes the coral he's about to extract will unlock secrets of the sea temperatures over the past 300 years. Corals are made up of millions of tiny sea creatures. They secrete a rock-like substance called calcium carbonate. Over time, layer on layer builds up. Sea temperature affects the rate of buildup. The warmer the surrounding ocean, the faster the calcium carbonate is produced. As Helmley drills down into the coral, he's cutting through layers of increasingly older coral. It may look brutal, but the coral reef quickly recovers. Back in the lab, he slices the core into slabs and photographs it with an X-ray camera. These 3 photo strips reveal the history of sea temperature. Helmley focuses in on the center photo, containing evidence from the last 3 centuries. The area between each marked red line is a single year's growth of the coral. The growth layers build up over hundreds of years. Helmley compares the width of the growth bands from the 1900s back to the early 1700s.
If we look at the 1700s and compare that to the width of the growth bands from, say, 1975, we see that the bands in 1975 are considerably larger than those of the 1700s.
The wider the band, the more coral has grown in 1 year. And because corals grow faster when the seas are hotter, Helmley can clearly see that the oceans have warmed over the centuries. And thousands of coral samples from around the Caribbean show the same alarming pattern: a faster growth rate. In this part of the world, ocean temperatures are definitely on the rise. And it's not just the seas around Florida that are heating up.
Corals from the Great Barrier Reef also record similar increases in growth rates over the last several decades, indicating that it may not be a localized event, but rather a much more global response.
Helmley estimates sea temperatures around Florida have increased by about 2 degrees Fahrenheit over the last 100 years.